down on the street so fine. Step inside the door.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Jessters Lounge. This is your host, Jester Gaming and Jester in Chains. And today we're just going to do a quick rundown of what's going on. So the Dallas Cowboys this past Monday got their butts kicked. So we are 27. We lost 27-17. So to a crappy Cardinals team. The game leaders, Dak Prescott was 24 of 39, 250 yards passing, 1 touchdown and interception. Devontae Williams had 15 carries, 83 yards. CeeDee Lamb with 7 receptions, 85 yards. And here's the scoring summary. And this is the highlight of the game, the touchdown, which Marshawn Kneeland scored. And after that, it was just all... After that, it was a somber ending to a game. Not to mention the death of Marshawn Kneeland, which we're going to get into. Basically what happened was he basically was led on a high-speed chase, and then he took his own life, basically. That's sad. Here we go. We're gonna look this up. It's pretty much sad at what happened. And so here's the news. Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland dies by self-deletion after police chase. Days after scoring his first NFL touchdown, Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland died by self-transition near the team's facility Thursday following a police chase in Frisco. Authorities said he was 24. Kneeland's great-uncle Preston Kneeland confirmed the news when reached out by phone Thursday morning, telling the Dallas Morning News his nephew was an outstanding young man. He was a gentle giant, Preston said. Of the 6'3", 270-pound defender, he was just an outstanding dude, and we loved him very much. The police chase started shortly after 10:30 p.m. Wednesday when troopers with the Texas Department of Public Safety attempted to stop a vehicle for a traffic violation in the northbound lanes of the Dallas North Tollway near Keller Springs Boulevard, Frisco police said. The driver, identified by officials as Kneeland, refused to stop. Police said in the midst of the chase that ensued, troopers reportedly lost sight of his vehicle. According to Jerry Mitten, a spokesperson for the Plano Police Department, Plano officers responded about 11 a.m. to a welfare concern at Kneeland's luxury apartment complex in the 600 block of Columbus Avenue, but no one was home. In the audio recording obtained, Kneeland's girlfriend, who was not identified by authorities, told police Kneeland was armed and had a history of mental illness and would end it all minutes before midnight. Police said in the recording that they were on the phone with the NFL when they learned Kneeland had already texted his family goodbye. Wow, that is sad. Troopers later found Kneeland's vehicle damaged and abandoned on a southbound lane of the Dallas North Tollway. Officials said with the help of police dogs and drones, Kneeland was found in the area and was passed away from Well, he self-transitioned, basically. Besides tire tracks in the gates and a throng of TV reporters set up nearby parking lot, little was left of the scene late Thursday morning. Less than a mile away at the Star, the Cowboys headquarters, a Jumbotron displayed Neyland's photo and a statement the team issued regarding his passing. Marshawn was a beloved teammate and member of our organization. The statement said, "Our thoughts and prayers regarding Marshawn are with his girlfriend Catalina and his family." In their own statement, the Neyland family said they are processing the depth of our grief and noted that although Neyland was best known for the mark he was making on the football field, he was also a devoted son, brother, uncle, and grandson and friend. He was kind, determined, humble, and full of love, the statement read. His light shone brightly in every life he touched, and his spirit will continue to live on through the countless hearts he inspired. During this difficult time, we ask for privacy as we come together as a family and honor and remember Marshawn's life and legacy. The street outside the apartment where Neyland had lived since last September was calm Thursday morning as office workers walked by the building located near Legacy West and a corporate office for J.P. Morgan Chase. When asked, many residents leaving their home for morning runs and walk to their dogs said they weren't aware Neyland lived there. The Gentle Giant. Neyland was the Cowboys' second-round pick out of Western Michigan. In 2024 NFL Draft, in nearly 2 seasons, he played 18 games with 4 starts, compiling 26 tackles and 1 sack. He was known as a player with a bright smile and was a part of a pass rush rotation that the team had high expectations for, which became more apparent when the team traded star pass rusher Micah Parsons on August 28th, which I thought was a stupid move. The next day, Neyland said he was surprised by the trade and appreciated his tie with Parsons. He expressed his love. His love is with the Cowboys, always has been and always will be. Neyland said in late August, being here a year with him, it was just a great development to see how he worked and attacked the game. "I'm sorry, little bro," Parsons said Thursday in a post. "I hope you find peace." Several other players, both past and current, showed an outpouring of support Thursday morning for Neyland's family. Cowboy safety Wanye Thomas posted on X, "Sick to my stomach, my brother, man." While former Cowboys running back Emmitt Smith, the NFL's all-time leading rusher, posted on X, he was heartbroken over the passing. In Neyland's last game Monday night, after linebacker Sam Williams blocked a punt with his face mask, he outran Williams and wide receiver Ryan Flournoy into the end zone to dive on the ball for the touchdown. Neyland hugged Williams as he ran off the field. In the final year of college, Neyland, who was from Grand Rapids, Michigan, had a career-high 57 tackles, with 7 tackles for a loss and 4.5 sacks. Wow, great player. He received second-team honors in the Mid-American Conference. Marshawn was so much more than an incredible football player. He was a remarkable young man who meant so much to our program and to me personally. Western Michigan head football coach Lance Taylor wrote in the statement, "Having coached him during my first season here, we developed a special bond that went far beyond football. His passion for life and his teammates were unmatched." As Neyland was preparing for the NFL draft, his mother, Wendy Neyland, passed away suddenly. "It was definitely tough," Neyland said after getting drafted. "I just managed it. She helped me a lot in my younger years getting into football. I always had the dream. Always told her I'm going to the NFL, and I made it." Neyland wore his mother's ashes on a necklace after he was drafted. "We are deeply saddened by the tragic passing of the Dallas Cowboys, Marshawn Neyland," the NFL said in a written statement. "Our thoughts and prayers are with his girlfriend Catalina, family, friends, and his teammates. We've been in contact with the Cowboys and have offered support and counseling resources." Man, that's heavy. That's heavy. But we're gonna go into some Spurs news. So let's go to Google. So the last game yesterday, the Spurs whooped. Well, not whooped, but they basically gave it to the New Orleans Pelicans, and the final score 119-26 San Antonio Spurs. So let's look at the game. The stats for the Spurs: Devin Vassell played 33 minutes, 16 points, 2 rebounds. Harrison Barnes 15 points, 2 rebounds. Victor Wembanyama scored 18 points, 3 assists, and 18 rebounds. Stephon Castle is 14 and 14 and 4. De'Aaron Fox scored 24, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Carter Bryant played for 5 minutes and only statted 1 rebound. Jeremy Sohan 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists at 3 rebounds. Julian Champagnie 14 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. And Lindy Waters 3 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And then Keldon Johnson 12 points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. That had to be a great game. I'm not gonna show the highlights because I don't want to get good old buddy David copywritten struck. So okay, now on to some wrestling news. We'll go to Wrestling Inc. All right, let's take a look at the Ridge Holland news right now. Former WWE star, formerly known as Ridge Holland, pulls GoFundMe following backlash. Recent weeks have taken a financial and physical toll on Ridge Holland as he suffered a foot injury in September, then received notice that WWE would not be renewing his contract after Holland publicly vented his frustrations over the situation on social media. WWE reportedly terminated Holland's contract before its official expiration mid-November, leaving a loved one of Holland's to create a GoFundMe campaign to help him. According to Holland, real name Luke Menzies, he was initially unaware of the campaign, and following the backlash that it stirred up online, Holland has called for the GoFundMe to be shut down with donations planned to be forwarded to charity. Thank you all for your incredible support shown through the GoFundMe campaign, he wrote on X. However, I want to clarify that I was not aware the page was going live and had no prior discussions with a family member who created it. I've since requested that no further donations be accepted, and this change should take effect within the next 24 hours. Once we figure out how to move forward and I recoup the amount donated, I will be donating said amount to charity. I sincerely apologize if the page caused any upset or offense. That was never the intention. Thank you for your understanding and kindness. In a campaign update, Holland's mother revealed herself as the creator of the GoFundMe. She corroborated Holland's statement, noting that he did indeed not have prior knowledge of her fundraising effort. Notable contributors to the campaign: WWE Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green, AEW TNT Champion Kyle Fletcher, and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks, and former WWE star Jinder Mahal. Wow. Well, I think Ridge Holland really got His career went downhill once he suplexed Big E, and Big E landed on his head, and Big E's career is now over because of it. You know, I mean, it's sad that this stuff like this happens, you know, for the career. And but, you know, WWE must be sensitive, because the fact that they let him go over something so petty. Alright, now let's look into some Jade Cargill news. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, let's see if we can find some Jade Cargill news. If not, we'll move on. No, we'll move on, because I don't see anything on Jade Cargill. Okay. Better yet, let's go to WWE. Tab right here and see. Let's read this one. Tommy Dreamer believes Shawn Michaels' WWE NXT is influenced by territory system. I mean, if you saw, like, when he had his wrestling academy, he had his own wrestling show, or his own wrestling program called the Texas Wrestling Alliance. And boy, that was pretty awesome to see every night. You know, to see Shawn Michaels as the owner and operator of his own promotion. So, I mean, Shawn Michaels has experience with that. In 2017, Shawn Michaels began working behind the scenes in WWE NXT with his role there expanding after Paul Triple H Levesque stepped away to focus on his health. Since Shawn Michaels took over, former ECW star Tommy Dreamer has noticed some changes in the brand that have him convinced Michaels is taking cues from the territory era, as revealed Busted Open Radio. I think in NXT they do an amazing job of realizing who is over in that universe. Dreamer said, you have guys like Shawn Michaels, and this goes back from territories on the national. Hey, yes, this person is great for this level, and if I want to take it national, this person is a great representation, you know, because Shawn was one of the last few people through said territories. Yep. Not to mention Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is a this may be a hot take, but Shawn Michaels is a way better booker than Triple H. I mean, just look at how Obafemi is booked. Just look at all the progress there. Okay. Dreamer pointed out that Terry Taylor, another veteran of the late territory era, also works backstage in NXT, similar to promotions in the territory system. NXT usually runs in the same city every week. As a result, Dreamer believes people like Michaels and Taylor have a stronger grasp on which characters are clicking with their live audience. That comes through your television on a larger level. Dreamer continues, so if the audience is cheering and rooting for this person, they're going to get over. The Busted Open co-host then turned over the conversation towards TNA, where he works behind the scenes, according to Dreamer. Former NXT star Indy Hartwell has started to catch on with the TNA crowds as she's continued honing in her work. He predicted that Hartwell will continue to climb the industry ranks in the months ahead. I like I like the I like the I like the way Shawn Michaels books. You know, he used to book he had Texas Wrestling Alliance, and he would book. He's basically booking the way he used to back in that time. All right, one more piece of wrestling news. Triple H identifies the keys to finding success as a modern wrestling star, as a modern WWE star. The wrestling industry has changed considerably compared to the era in which Paul Triple H Levesque originally established himself. Today, in addition to the indies, there are many roads that could potentially lead into WWE with programs such as WWID, NI, and NIL, developmental brands like Evolve, LFG, and NXT. During an interview on the All In podcast, Levesque explained why these programs exist and why he and what he specifically looks for in prospective talent. Let's go here. Work rate, no charisma, technically sound. That's basically Triple H's way of doing things. So we're gonna. This is quoting from him. One of the things, or one of my tasks now in my job is finding the next generation of superstars, Levesque said. We have a robust program through college athletics, through an NIL program, through a lot of different avenues where we find talent. He explained that ultimately the key to not just making it in wrestling but catching Levesque's eye is charisma and the ability to connect with people. It's one of the things about WWE that I think is remarkable. It is a kind of combination of everything, right? The athleticism, the showmanship, the charisma skills you have to have. Then why are the ratings the way they are if today's superstars have the charisma? I'm not seeing it, but that's just the thing. The athleticism, the showmanship, the charisma skills you have to have, the media skills that we teach from day one coming in the door. Levesque further expressed that once someone ends up leaving WWE after finding any level of success in the promotion, they'll be well suited to do just about anything in life. I truly feel like for a lot of people, sometimes it can be a lot less about all the things you know and how good you are to them as the charisma to get people to listen to you. He opinion. Nothing that this is something that makes leaders, even in politics, based on his White House visits. Levesque stated that he's seen how many politicians are huge fans of WWE, possibly because of those shared traits. All right. Let's go to AEW for some more wrestling news, and then we'll be done. Let's look at this one. Darby Allin helps team AEW get blood and guts advantage, women's advantage determined. With AEW Dynamite Blood and Guts just days away, the men and women of AEW turned up the heat to secure match advantages for their respective teams. On the men's side, Claudio Castagnoli and Darby Allin found victory in the first two series bouts, meaning Roderick Strong and Jon Moxley were tasked with the decider on AEW Collision. In the final moments of Strong versus Moxley, Moxley attempted to drive Strong into the steel steps with a paradigm shift. Strong promptly reversed the move and sent Moxley crashing into the steps with a slam instead. From there, Strong returned to the ring, where the referee began as a signal for Moxley to come back as well. Upon the count of 8, however, a mysterious figure grabbed a hold of Moxley's foot and yanked him down the floor, rendering him unable to return for the final 10 count. Oof. After the match, the mystery figure stunned Pac with a taser, revealed themselves as Darby Allin, who will now team with Strong in the men's blood and guts match, with a numbers advantage over the Death Riders. Also backing them will be Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly. Elsewhere on Collision, former AEW Women's Champion Jamie Hayter evened up the women's series with a win over Sky Blue. The Kala later shifted momentum back into her team's favor by defeating Harley Cameron via spear to capture the women's blood and guts advantage. The Claw will team with Blue, Julia Hart, and TBS champion Mercedes Moné, Megan Bain, and Marina Shafir at the November 12th event. Hayter and Cameron have aligned with Willow Nightingale, reigning AEW Women's Champion Chris Statlander, Amina Shakara, and timeless Tony Storm. All right. So since that is done, we are 26 minutes into the broadcast. Let's play a game. Or better yet, let me show you my collection. My wrestling collection so far. So I'm gonna play some N64 for y'all tonight, but first let's take a look at my pickups. Since I first got my system, we got WCW versus NWO Revenge, WCW versus NWO World Tour, one of my favorites as a kid. WCW Mayhem, which is authentic. And I got WrestleMania 2000, which was another favorite of mine growing up. And finally, I got me an authentic copy of WWF No Mercy. And I know y'all are asking, the ones in the group chat, why I got another copy. Because, let me show y'all. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me show y'all. Because this copy of No Mercy is a repro. It is not an original copy, as you can tell. I'll show you the difference. See the way the chip is? It's completely clear. So I bought a repro, ROM hack too. Same thing. See, just to prove my point. And I'm gonna take down that silly video I made, and let me show you the difference with an authentic copy. See the way the chip is? It's more darker colored. And this copy has more wear on it, as does WWF WrestleMania 2000. So I don't know what I'll do with these. Maybe in a later video I'll get a screwdriver and we'll see what's inside. But yeah, the issue I was having with No Mercy is it wouldn't save. No matter what I did, I played championship mode, didn't save. I created a wrestler, didn't save. I could save my wrestler on my game pack, but it didn't save. And I thought it was the game itself, the save bug, but I took it to GameStop, had one of the employees look at it, and he said this is not an actual copy. So now that I took that there, I wouldn't be able to get store credit for this. So that's going there. And this repro was pretty cool. I liked it, but again, had the same issue. Wouldn't save. So I don't think I'm gonna buy any more ROM hacks for the. Surprisingly, WWF No Mercy Plus actually played. These ROM hacks actually play on the system. As long as you have the game pack, the expansion pack, you can play. So what I'm gonna do for y'all is we're gonna play a little survival mode. So let me get rid of this. Bear with me here. Get out of there. And then we'll add a source. Video capture. Add source. Add a new one. We'll call it consoles. By the way, I enjoy doing this for y'all, and I'll explain why why everything is why I'm doing this. There we go. All right, and then we'll close it. We'll have it fit into the screen. And then I'll put myself back on here, and we are back. Okay, that's not working. Let's. Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. Let's lower. All right. Bear with me here. Okay. Let's hope this works. All right, let's hop on Nintendo 64. Okay, there we go. That should do it. Alright. I think tonight we will play some No Mercy for y'all. I could probably say that I got all 4 wrestling games. So let's see if this will work. Hold on. It's a process doing this, but hey. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let's see if it'll... There we go. Alright, folks. Let's get right into it.
Exhibition.
Diggity, diggity dog. Break it.
And there he is, folks. The future of Jester Gaming. Jester or Degeneration Jest. He'll be in action against let's stick on SA Rios. Here we go. SA Rios was my favorite lightweight back in the day. I thought he was the shit. I used to play as him all the time on SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. But now I'm gonna whip his candy ass. Oh, you wanna play? What goes up must come down. Wham! That'll. Yeah, how about that figure four, buddy? Ah, damn.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Nice.
5,
Ah, man.
6.
Here it comes. Wham! Powerbomb. 1, 2.
3, pinfall.
Let's see that again. Beautiful powerbomb. Alright.
Exhibition.
There's also another match. One thing I did not like about this year was, you know, the fact that they had right to censor. Oh, Deep Generation Jess has the right to kick your ass. So that's what we're gonna do right here. Oh, I missed. Ah. Man. Oh, you fucker. Let's drop him on his head. Bam! put this dude away.
One, two, three, pinfall.
All right. So I'm gonna switch games out real quick. I'm gonna do that one. All right. And I'll probably do maybe one more match, playing some WrestleMania 2000. And then we'll get to the closing. And tonight, the final match of the evening. All right, let's whoop. Let's see if we can't whoop. Wham! Nah. Bam. All right. What a way to close out this show. I know I didn't want to do it this way, but this is only temporary. So this is a one-time thing. It's just me seeing how it would go. So
Are you ready?
see y'all later. But I'll close this out and say the reason for this. Let me turn this off so I can concentrate on what I'm about to say. The reason I did this because last night I got a call from a family member that a loved one passed away. So I'm taking this time to process things, and I did this just to I didn't want to be alive, so this is just doing it this way just for once. But you know, be sure to tell someone that you love how you feel about them, hug them, hold them, because you never know. So with that being said, We'll see you next Sunday. Same Jester time, same Jester YouTube channel. Peace.